It's holiday season and a great time to get outside during the winter break and view the heavens. I'm Lead Night Sky Ranger Jeff, also known as Star Dad, and here's what's up in the sky for the month of December 2022. And by the way, Mars is very interesting this month. Mercury and Venus finally come from around the back of the Sun. On the 1st, they set within 38 minutes of sunset, but they are virtually on the horizon, so an excellent western view is mandatory. On the 21st, Mercury reaches greatest elongation and sits 8 degrees above the horizon at sunset. On the 28th, the two planets will be side by side with only a mere 1.5 degrees apart. All month, Mercury fades from magnitude -0.6 to 1.3. Mercury's phase goes from 93% lit to 17% lit, and goes from 5 arcseconds in size to 10 arcseconds in size. Venus shines at magnitude -3.9 and rises with Mercury, and attains about 5 degrees above the horizon by the end of the month. Venus goes from 99% lit to 96% lit at the end of the month. Venus remains around 10 arcseconds all month long. We'll concentrate on looking at the moon early this month. On the 1st, look for the Apennine mountain range, which is located high to the north and slightly east of the moon's central meridian. Check out crater Eratosthenes with its tall, jagged peaks around the crater. Near the Sea of Imbrium, look for Mons Piton and Pico. The tall mountains are all but buried in the huge lava flow that created the sea. Only the peaks survive, casting their shadows on the relatively smooth sea. You can check out this area over the next few nights to see how the shadows change. Mars shines bright as it reaches opposition on the 8th. The first 3 weeks of December are ideal for viewing the red planet. Its distinctive red-orange glow is hard to miss 90 degrees to the east of Jupiter near the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters. And it's near Aldebaran in Taurus the Bull. At 70 degrees high, this is the best chance in many years to view it, without most of the Earth's turbulent atmosphere in the way. At opposition, Mars will span a relatively whopping 17 arcseconds, so use medium power, 100 or so, on average seeing conditions. If we should be fortunate enough to have excellent seeing, crank the power up to the max of your telescope. The theoretical maximum of a telescope is 50 times the diameter in inches, so my 8-inch telescope can theoretically reach 8 times 50 or 400 power. Usually you can expect about half of that. Recall that power is determined by the focal length of the telescope divided by the focal length of the lens used to view. So in my case, a 1000 millimeter telescope divided by my most powerful lens of 3 millimeter yields a magnification of 330 power. I've only been able to make use of this lens once in 13 years, so here's hoping for excellent viewing. Mars rotates slightly slower than Earth at about 24.6 hours, so each night the face we see is rotated by about 10 degrees. On December 1st, we'll see Syrtis Major and the Hellas Basin. On the 10th, Mare Cimmerim and the Elysium Planitia, which is a plain. On the 17th, Mare Serenum and Olympus Mons, the tallest volcano in our solar system. December 23rd, the Tharsis Ridge and the Valles Marineris. And on the 30th, Solis Lacus, the Valles Marineris, and Sinus Meridiani. The planet is currently still in winter mode in the north, and the ice cap may be dark at the beginning of the month and brightening by the end. Look for low-lying clouds over its north pole. As discussed on previous episodes, take video of the planets using perhaps a cell phone and the free software such as AutoStacker or Registax to come up with a composite image. Good luck! Our asteroid this month is 10th magnitude Bamberga. You'll need at least a 4-inch scope to see it. Unless you photograph it, you'll need to view it a couple of days apart to ensure you've seen the object move against the background of stars. Look for it in Perseus. Use the Minor Planet Center to get exact coordinates. Jupiter rides high in the sky and dims slightly over the month from -2.6 to -2.4 and goes from 43 arcseconds to 39 arcseconds in size. Look for the 4 Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, and the first 3 will be transiting with their shadows crossing the planets. For instance, on the 29th, Ganymede will transit at about 10:11 p.m. for about 3 hours. Saturn is now far ahead of Jupiter and while 30 degrees above the horizon at sunset, but will set by 10 p.m. to the west. Look for Titan, its largest moon, to the north on the 10th and the 26th, and to the south on the 2nd and 18th. Titan shines at magnitude 8.5. If you have dark skies and a larger telescope, you might spot the small inner moons of Tethys, Dione, and Rhea shining at magnitude 10. Uranus is now in the southern Aries, the Ram, shining as usual at magnitude 5.7, easily findable in binoculars or a small telescope. Its turquoise color is very obvious, but spanning only 4 arcseconds is too small for most telescopes to reveal detail. Neptune is even smaller at 2 arcseconds, but still rewarding to add to your accomplishments of viewing the planets. It lies about 7 degrees to the west of Jupiter at magnitude 7.9. Like Jupiter and Saturn, its time in the sky is limited, with Neptune setting at around 1 a.m. on the 1st and 11 p.m. on the 31st. As announced last month, we are watching for comet C22E3 ZTF to brighten. It shines early in the morning at magnitude 8. However, this month we are looking for a more reliable, though fainter, at 10th magnitude comet C2020V2 ZTF. We'll find the 8.5 magnitude object in Draco on the 1st, Camelopardalis on the 15th, and Cepheus near the Polaris on the 22nd. Use medium power of 150 to get a better contrast of the comet. We enjoy 2 meteor showers this month, the Geminids from the 4th to the 17th peaking on the 14th. Being near full moon, it will be all but impossible to spot the meteors. The Urseids occur from the 17th to the 26th, which is near a new moon. The event, unlike most showers, will occur throughout the night rather than mostly in the late morning hours of darkness. Our constellation this month is Triangulum. Yep, a triangle in the sky. It is one of the smallest of the constellations. Our object of the month is the Triangulum galaxy M33. It's a spiral galaxy 2.73 million light-years from Earth. At magnitude 5.6, it is barely visible from Earth under perfect skies. Most likely you'll need binoculars or a small telescope to pick out the faint fuzzy from the background. Here is the orrery for the month. Here is the calendar of events. So go out and enjoy the night sky in December, especially during your time between Christmas and New Year's, and look at the stars and the meteors. See you next month.